Hey guys, we're at the big show. This is Con Expo 2026 in Las Vegas. I'm here with Jaco. Him and I have been speaking last couple months. You guys have seen me at Astec, right? I showed you the mini plant and the production facility and all this stuff. Really the innovation, right? The podcast came out now and you've seen the innovation. And Jaco and I kind of meet at that ground, especially we've been at some events lately and we speak about the future, the industry and how it's moving forward and how us as contractors are relying on the OEMs to guide us into that section. So really, to be here at Con Expo, see your booth, see all the equipment. One fun highlight for me is new equipment, new features, all this stuff. Lead us into that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, Marvin. Thank you very much. And Astec is a company that's built on legacy, but we're driven by innovation.
Yeah.
And we're so proud that almost everything we have in our booth is new. Great example, the machine right behind us, brand new design, and this is the first of a series of new products that's coming out in our crushing and screening side. The piece that I'm really excited about is the industry is changing where companies like Astec is taking, dumb iron and we make it smarter.
Yes.
So everything that you will see on our booth today will have some form of digital piece to it.
Nice.
So we're launching our Astec Signal platform here.
Yep. And
the platform is designed to connect every piece of equipment that you see here, to a central place.
Yes.
So think about in the future, a customer can look at his equipment and his assets all over the country. He knows where it is. He knows if it's running. He knows how much it's running. He knows if there's issues with the machine, if it's going to be on a breakdown soon.
Sure.
And our Signal platform is bringing all of that together. And the next step is to get to a place where we provide services to our customers that eliminates breakdowns.
Yeah.
You can imagine if you have a $10 or a $12 million asphalt plant running, and it runs at 400 tons an hour. If it's down for a day or two, that's a lot of money.
It is.
So that's what we can do in the future, is help our customers to be more productive. In their operations.
Yeah. Well, when we think about that, you're thinking, hey, it's very costly, right, to be down for a day, down for 2 days, down for production. And where my asphalt business is in the country, we only have so many days in the summer, right, for things to run. Yeah. So for us, you think about those numbers, they're all on the spreadsheets, I'm sure, at my asphalt plant where we get it from, where it's like they know their production, how much it's costing per day.
Yeah.
We spoke at length a little bit at a recent convention about problems being solved for contractors that they didn't really even know existed yet, right?
Exactly.
And Astec has been kind of leading as of late with the innovations for solving problems that we just kind of thought in the asphalt industry were like, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
The problem and the rough way that we deal with it is just how it is.
Yeah.
And then Astec's been coming in and saying, hey, we built something that you can attach to this that solves this problem. Why is that so important for us going into the future?
Absolutely. Think about this thing. When the iPhone came out the first time, did you know that you need it?
No.
Exactly. You didn't know.
I wrote hand notes.
You didn't even know what problems it can solve for you.
Sure.
So that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
We want to bring innovation to our customers that they don't even know they need.
Sure.
Now, obviously innovation is only beneficial to customers if it makes them money and it solves their problems.
Correct.
And if you look at what we're solving here, we're improving uptime. We're improving management visibility.
Yeah.
We're improving our customers' carbon footprint. So it's not just innovation around a product, but it's everything that is around that product and the processes that our customers want. And that's the only way we're going to differentiate.
Yeah.
Anybody can build a piece of equipment.
Sure.
But can you take that piece and integrate it in a way that the customer just know it's available and it's going to run?
Well, I think the big thing for me when I think about Astec's complete lineup, and you all have a great model set up here, what an asphalt plant looks like. I'm partial to the models. I loved seeing them when I was at the HQ and whatnot. But the issue tends to be efficiency,
Yeah.
because we create machines that run better, that have more innovation, and when it comes to signal to bring
Yeah.
things back around, if you're one guy or technology's moving faster or at a certain rate where we're trying to keep people educated,
Yeah.
it's really hard if they were individual
Oh,
pieces of
absolutely.
equipment for us to
Absolutely.
keep up with.
Yeah.
When we have a process that intelligently speaks to each
Yeah.
other all the way through,
Yeah.
that allows us to kind of point ahead of time and stay efficient. And as we were speaking to, asphalt plant efficiency, whether you're in the north or the south, is important. It's way more important in the north, but we only have so
absolutely.
much time. So these huge investments, like you were saying,
Yeah.
millions of dollars of investments, it's so important to make sure that we're doing that correctly and not
Yeah.
just throwing technology at contractors or plant operators or even the companies that own the asphalt plants. And I think that that's really what we see when we come into Astec's booth, or we take a look at even the smallest piece of
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah.
When we can understand that it integrates at a higher level,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it starts to make sense. It's like it's similar to a painting where there's
Yeah.
a lot going on in different
Yeah.
scenes, but it makes the entire scene come together.
No, for sure. So, one of the challenges that we have in our industry is we've been so trained to be product focused.
Correct.
We want to know exactly how many tons per hour I can put through this thing, and if it's 2 tons better, I'm going to buy that.
Yeah.
But we don't look at the total picture.
Correct.
How much is this providing me over a year or 2 years versus a competitor product?
Correct.
And that's the piece that we are talking to our customers about is
Sure.
use us to solve your problems. Don't use us just to supply you a product.
Yeah, you're buying more. You're buying more than a product at this
absolutely,
point,
absolutely.
right? Especially with all the digitation on it.
Yeah.
You're buying more than the product. You're buying the system. You're buying the process.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a great example. One of our biggest customers, we had a conversation with them, and they say, in our state we can run 22 or 25% wrap,
Sure.
but our plants only do 18, 19%.
Sure. Yeah.
That is huge money for us.
Yeah.
Come and help us.
Yeah.
I mean, we sent a team there, and they looked at the operations, and they looked at the total operations at the customer site, all the way from crushing to making asphalt.
Yeah.
And within a day or two, we solved that customer's problem.
Yeah.
It's worth millions of dollars. And that's where we want to be as a provider, is that partner.
Well, let me ask you that. We'll lead into the last couple of questions there. So when you think about Astec and where they're at and how things are built and everything speaking intelligently to each other, what does that paint a picture of for the future in 2026 and 2027, leading into the future years? Because you and I spoke, we're essentially turning a corner where we're going from dumb iron to smart iron,
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
What does it look like when you have a vision of the future? Where does it? You tend to have a better pulse with the technology, the iron, and what you think you're seeing. What is our industry going to be turning towards in the future?
Look, I mean, our industry is challenged with labor. You know that it's a big challenge for us. It's challenged with rising cost. So we as a company, we have to solve that problem.
Yeah.
We need to solve it for our customers.
That's not a common thought.
I know. That's why we are leading the race here.
Sure.
So we need to solve that problem, and we need to get our customers to understand that they can rely on us to solve that problem for them. Because if they're going to use us and use all the technology and all the people we have, I mean, they will save millions of dollars.
Yeah, you're buying more than a machine now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's a great trend for asphalt contractors in general to be thinking about, because we all lay asphalt in this industry.
Yeah.
We all use the same machines for the most part to lay the asphalt down.
Yeah.
But when our customers buy things from us, they're buying you. They're buying that company. They're buying your reputation, your innovation, your knowledge, and what you're doing. And it's reflecting now on the OEM side, which is a unique perspective to take, because we're essentially becoming those clients that are looking for companies to not only sell us a product that does a purpose, but an idea, a theme, integrity, right? Futuristic thinking, all these problem-solving things, and it's a unique turn that's happening right now in the asphalt industry.
If you look at Astec, we have 3 strategic pillars, and one is obviously our employees. Second is customers, and the third is innovation.
Yeah.
And if our customers are not profitable, we don't exist.
Sure.
So that's our job, is to make sure our customers stay competitive, they stay profitable, because if they are, they're going to reward us
Correct.
with business. And you know, if you think about where this industry, in my mind, will be, you know, 5-10 years from now, we're going to rely on technology in this business like we rely on our phones today.
Correct. Yeah.
And the challenge is, how do we make it easy? How do we make it, you know, that the customer feel that he's not paying for another thing?
Yeah.
You know, he needs to feel that value.
Yeah.
And the moment we get that message home, that's when things are really going to shift.
Well, I think Astec does a great example of this with a selfless act, in my mind, with being able to retrofit other brands' equipment with Astec's new innovations.
Yeah.
Not a lot of companies are going to do that.
Yeah.
They're going to keep it proprietary. They're going to say you have to buy this to buy that.
Yeah.
But I think that speaks volumes to the fact that Astec is wanting to shift the industry and move in a direction. The fact that they're willing to make equipment and sell it to plants that retrofit it to other people's brands of equipment.
No, absolutely. I mean, our industry is consolidating. Our customer base is consolidating.
Sure.
You know, the big boys are buying up
a lot.
The smaller companies every day of the week, and with that comes a mixed fleet.
Sure.
So our customers have pieces of equipment from every OEM.
Yeah.
And they are looking, especially from a digital platform, somebody who can connect it all.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's Astec or the next brand. They want a solution provider to connect it all.
Wow.
And that's what we want to do. Our teams are working really hard on that. And you know, the launch of Signal this week is a showcase of that.
Yeah.
Because we are already connecting thousands of competitor pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
And you know, customers love it. And I hope that customers are going to see that value in the future.
Well, I know I don't speak for the entire industry. I know I hopefully speak for a bunch of us out there when we say we're really thankful that Astec has taken that stance and helped us shift in the right direction. A lot less of this and a lot more of this seems to help us out a lot. And to have a brand, a company, I mean, you guys are a community. You're when you see all the blue vests everywhere around here and the blue polos, there's an army behind helping us kind of shift the industry in the direction it needs to go. I believe it needs to go in the direction you and I both think. And we're just really appreciative to have a brand like that in the industry.
No, absolutely, Mohan. Thank you very much. Thank you for what you do.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thank
and
you.
hopefully we get to do this again soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have some more technology
Let's do
to talk
it.
about.
Let's do it.
Thanks so much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Be sure to check out Astec online, and you can also check them out on any social medias anywhere.